Yes,
Yes.
ma'am, Maruf. It's over to you. You can start
Okay.
now.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum. First of all, how are you all?
Walaikum assalam.
Fine.
Okay. Today we have start the speaking part 3, which is the last part of speaking video. So, do you have any question regarding to the last part 1 and part 2? Then you may ask. Otherwise, we will start our last part of speaking.
Okay, ma'am, there's no question, so you
So,
may proceed.
okay. uh, Okay, nice. That good thing is the positive feedback by your side. Okay, move on the part 3, which is the last part of speaking. So, in this session, what we will do, first of all, we will discuss about the tips and tricks for the successful take session part 3. So, for example, you don't know about the AI, you don't know about the science, you are belonging to the field of education, science, and different session like engineering, maths, physics, stars, and chemistry. So you don't know about the different type of topic. What we have to do, we will just discuss about 3 to 4 tips. If you have a paper and pen, please note down this different tricks on your copies.
Am I the only one who is having
We
distortion in
help
listening to ma'am?
out while you practice speaking part
No, sir,
again.
there is
Are you ready?
distortion.
I can discuss tips. Okay, first, our first point is, okay, my voice clear now? Okay, first,
I think it's the nationwide issue of internet. Ma'am is also suffering from it.
Yes, sir, might be possible. I think so.
Okay, no issue. I think we should lead the uh, session from here. Let me share my screen so that we may start at part 3. If my ma'am later on joins us, then she may continue from there.
Yes, sir, sure.
Okay, so is my screen visible?
Yes, sir, yes.
Okay, so we are on the third part of the speaking session. So the third part is actually an interactive session between the examiner and you, and it actually examines the ability to take part in university style discussion so that you may present opinions on different subjects. And it actually, the examiner tries to ask question of abstract kind of nature. And what is that? So why the question type 1 and type 3 have different structures? Actually, in type 1 questions, the majority of the questions are related to your experience, and they are somehow related to a personal kind of thing. But in part 3, the examiner is going to ask you questions which are kind of abstract, which are not usually asked people And it is these kind of a questions which are abstract from the personal experiences, and instead they are a kind of an observation. So the difficulty of the questions will be asked. So having you have to discuss issues test takers have no. अच्छा सबसे बड़ा मसला या issue, what are the issues one has to face when they are dealing with part 3 question is they have no opinion on the topic what they have to discuss. Another thing is relevant vocabulary, that people don't find appropriate vocabulary to explain their ideas, and an issue is of use of language to express opinions. So these are the issues people face when they are trying to answer for part 3 question. So what should be the strategies to cope up with these issues? So if one does not have an opinion, one can use the hedging or delaying tactic. What is it? We will discuss it further in the next slides. And you can give opinion from different perspective. That's also a strategy. If you don't have an opinion, you can think of something from a different perspective. If you don't find the relevant vocabulary for a specific word, you don't know how to say that, just paraphrase it or just describe or define it. So that's the thing you can use strategy, and use fixed phrases. So the strategies are not, if you don't have an opinion, so how you can use the hedging or delaying tactic. You can rephrase the question to buy some thinking time. How I can do this? So when the interviewer, or sorry, the examiner asks you, should the state provide cheap housing for low income earners? So you can paraphrase it by in this way, like, so should the government give cheap house to poor people? Another method is like define, you can define the question or the terms you use, such as you try to define hedging means to include something to somehow like to delay anyway. So you can use expressions such as let me think, or you can use I'm not sure about how to answer. You can start with that, but you have to then elaborate your answer. I've never thought about perhaps. So you can these are some of the examples. And what you can there's also a strategy of use a different perspective, and how we can use that. Like look at the question issue from someone else's point of view. For example, if we uh, discuss the previously asked question, should the state provide cheap housing for low income earners? So we can say, I haven't thought about it, but if I were a local inhabitant or taxpayer or someone on a low income, I would certainly deny this thought, because I have to pay for someone else's housing. If and someone else is going to enjoy housing on my money, so I won't recommend it. So you can elaborate it further accordingly. Another thing is paraphrasing. Like students get to build up a bank of expressions, and you can say, I don't remember the exact word. It's a bit like it's similar to, or you try to explain that, like you define that word. You don't have that much time to think about. There's a question in the chat: how much time do we get to think in part 3? You won't get normal pauses. It's okay if you take normal pause. It's okay if there is delay of 1 to 2 seconds or 3 seconds. Like it's normal. It takes time normally for a person to process. And you can also use the technique I have discussed earlier, to let me think about it. I haven't thought about it this way. Okay, we can okay, so you can paraphrase that statement, like should the taxpayers give to the pay for the poor people's tax sorry, housing. So you can say these things. Another tip is rephrase the question in part 3 and think of keywords. So this is the technique I discussed. You can signpost your ideas. You can use set phrases and linking words or phrases, and be willing to expand your points. Don't stop speaking to search for a word. Instead, you should paraphrase. And remember, yeah, that's the important thing. And to remember remember, the examiner is not assessing your opinion, only how it is expressed. So examiner does not have any concern what your opinion is. It can be good, it can be bad. You can have your opinion. Okay, so I repeat myself here that this is not an exam of knowledge. This is an exam of the language. So they just want to see how you can express yourself and how your sentences are made, which vocabulary you are using. So this is these are all the things which examiner is concerned about. Okay, so should we move to our mock tests so that we can practice it? You have to raise your hand. Okay, Sir Mohsen Solanki. Are you ready, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, Sir Mohsen, your question is, I think I should stop sharing it so that you may have a real exam-like feeling, because the examiner won't show you the questions.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir. So what kind of art do you enjoy?
I enjoy the art of gaming. I'm currently involved in gaming, so I like the art of video games. And there are other kinds of art such as paintings and carvings and sculptures. But I am more engaged toward the art of designing in visual designs and graphic designs and art like that, arts of that form.
Okay, so these are kind of the modern arts you have discussed. So what are some forms of traditional arts in your country?
Sorry, did you ask the conditional arts?
No, my question is, what are some forms of traditional art in your country?
Oh, traditional arts of
Yeah, you
sorry, I
don't have
don't.
to. You don't have to. Yeah, that's the thing. This is the problem we often face in the real exam, as one may not know what a traditional art is or what is the traditional
Yes,
art forms in my country. So how you can answer that with the technique we have used? You can answer it by reiterating the sentence, the question, like the traditional form of arts. And I don't have a much idea about that, but I think these are the arts which can be considered traditional, such as if I talk about my specific region, like Pakistan, I can say the art of porcelain painting, the art of making fabric of different kinds of colorful things, and the such as the art which is usually displayed on ajraks or different culinary items. So you can discuss these kind of things. I think you are getting the idea.
yes. Thank you, sir. I'm getting the idea.
Yeah, so try to answer that again. What are the traditional
So,
art forms in your country?
uh, the tradition credentials art in my country are such as the art of fabric and the art of ajrak and there's also truck art, which is popular in Pakistan, in which they use a truck and paint their visual design there.
Okay, so what makes a good painting?
It's a good painting is a subjective to the viewer. One painting can be good for one person, but it can be just okay for another person. It depends on the person's viewpoints and aspect of its knowledge about the art.
Okay, that's a good response. So how can children benefit from learning art?
Children can benefit from learning art by expressing their feelings, what they are feeling or what they are thinking. Like children make cartoons, they are not pretty, but they are expressing themselves by using the art, what they are thinking or uh, what their mind goes through.
Okay, Sarmasan, thank you. That is the end of your part 3.
Oh, thank you, sir.
So any other participant who would like to participate in this activity, feel free. Build your confidence here, make mistakes here. No one is judging you. And participants are requested to give their feedback here in the chat so the people can understand their mistakes so they can improve. Okay, ma'am Arija, are you willing to give your part 3 more?
Yes, sir. Sir, I want to add something here. Do you know which technique we follow? We follow if we because mostly students confused in part 3 how to answer part 3 and how to speak for 30 to 50 seconds. So for that, I want to say we just need to follow the technique. First of all, directly answer the question. After that, give reason. Like and after that, give reason and then for
Give an
prolong
example. Yeah, one can
example.
give example and then explain that better.
Yes. So that we simplify that word, and for memorizing this technique, we use the word PREE. P means point, direct point that actually question, and R is the reason, E is the example, and the next E is the explanation. So we need to follow the PREE technique. I hope you all understand it. And if you follow this technique, you automatically cover your answer, give your answer from in almost 30 to 50 seconds. Am I right, Saribad?
Yes, ma'am, absolutely right.
And sir, Saribad, you can question again another question from your side, so the participants will participate.
Okay, so if none is willing, like we have more than 12 participants here, and no one is willing to give their mark, unless you practice, you won't get ease with it. I don't know why you guys are, I mean,
Sir, no issue. You can elaborate by yourself. You can choose any participant by yourself. Just announce the name and question them.
Okay, so I can just Sir Adil Ejaz. Kindly unmute yourself so that we can take part 3 question from you.
Hello,
Yes. Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm fine.
Okay, sir. Are you interested in books?
I'm I'm not interested in reading books, but I do research on internet and Google if I need some information. I need to know about something, so I just go to Google or search on ChatGPT regarding some information I need to know about.
Okay, that's good. So, do most people have a computer at home in your country?
Yes, I think mostly all the people in my country have at least a mobile phone that they can use for searching, and majority have the computer. That's a basic need of a person. So I think all of them have the have that computer in their home.
Okay, so do you think all information on the internet is true?
I don't think so. Due to social media influence, not every information you see are correct. But yes, I think most of the information are correct. We can cross check in somewhere else and search on other sites. So we can cross check it, but I don't think most of the information are correct.
Okay, so how can people find reliable information on internet?
I think people may search on Wikipedia and some or reliable sources uh, where they can find the uh, true information. Uh, not at this moment we cannot trust ChatGPT for providing the correct information. It can also hallucinate us while generating its response.
Okay, so it means has the internet changed the way we live?
Uh, in what sense you are asking this question?
Is there any changes after the use of internet in our life?
Use of internet, uh, I think yes, it changed the way of living. It's the basic need of life. So I think uh, when the use of AI is increased, it's the number of jobs have also decreased. So there are many saturation created in in my country, and jobs are very low. So people have to work hard to get a reliable job, and so I think that's the area where the AI have influenced the AI had influenced the way of living.
So, do you think the internet is safe for children to use unsupervised?
uh, can you repeat that, please?
Is the internet safe for children if it is used unsupervised,
Unsupervised.
like
Unsupervised.
without check of the parents? If the children use internet without check of the parents, is it safe?
uh, I don't think it is safe, because there are many sites which I know they should not look at. So I don't think it's safe, and they will also affect their eyesight at a very young age when they are not adults. So I think they should not use the mobile phone or do not see the screen of any laptop or mobile phone until they are 18. So I don't think they should see it.
Okay. Okay, that's the end of your part 3 questions. You did well. Some of the mistakes I see, so you can get them by the passage of time. Or try to answer, as ma'am has mentioned, try to answer directly. and you should have to try to stick to the topic that what the question is being asked. Like if the question is asked how the TV has changed our life, so you have to talk about that how these changes have made after internet. Are you getting that? And then there was one or two grammatical mistakes which can be improved by the time. Try to work on subject verb agreement. That is, if the subject is a plural, so you have to plural. So that is all from my side. Uh, okay, so is there anyone willing to give, or I should choose name randomly?
Sir, today I also want to participate. You can ask questions for me.
Okay, ma'am, that's good. I think we should first give chance to the other participants here. So I can see Sarasim. Sarasim, can you unmute yourself? Ma'am Nagini. Okay, we have Ma'am Nazneen here. Ma'am Nazneen, can you unmute yourself?
Hello, Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Walaikum salam.
Okay, I'm ready for part 3.
Okay, so your test starts now. Do you believe everything you read in the newspapers?
Actually, I do not read newspapers, but the information that I get, the news that I get is mostly from social media. So now that, even we cannot believe everything that we see on social media. So the news that I only get is from Instagram or any page that I'm following. Newspaper in general, no, I do not read it, and I'm very skeptical about all the things that is published in newspaper also. So the only thing that I try to follow is business news. That's it.
Okay, so how do most people get their news in your country?
Actually, the senior citizens in my country still watch news channels in my country. Like my father is always watching news channels, and on Facebook they engage daily on Facebook for politics related news. But the younger generation, they're mostly whatever news or daily current updates that they get is mostly from social media.
Okay, so do you think people will get their news in the future? And how they could get their news in the future?
Could you please repeat your question?
Yeah, my question is, how do you think people will get their news in future?
Well, the rise of social media, as we can see, the insane rise of social media, and people are mostly on their mobile or their tablets. So I do believe that many of the news in future that we will get is will mostly be from social media. Like everything that the past 2 years, that any news that I have gotten so far was from social media. So if I can say from my own perspective, uh, you know, as a person that is not that much connected to newspapers, I can say that we are very much connected to our mobiles or social media. So the only channel that I have, consumed
Okay,
news from
okay,
is social
yeah,
media.
I got you. Okay, so do you think that TV is a prime source of news till today?
As I did mention, that new TV is still a prime. Could you please, repeat your question?
Yeah, is TV still a prime source of news?
Yes, I do believe that TV is a prime news source for mostly senior citizens. I do believe that. because everyone in my family, you know, the senior citizen, they all still watch TV, and the 9 p.m. bulletin, yeah, they do not miss it. So as far as I know, the senior citizen do consume news from TV.
Okay, so this is the end of your part 3 speaking exam. So you did well, ma'am. Keep working on. And the thing is, you just try to stick to the topic. This is the only way. And try to first answer as you have answered some of the questions. Try to first answer it straightforward. Then give an example and then give explanation. So that is how you can easily speak for 30 to 50 seconds. And majority of your answers lie in this range. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so we have Sir Munib Hussain. Sir Munib Hussain, kindly unmute yourself.
Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Walaikum salam. How are you, sir?
I'm good. Thank you. Thanks for asking.
Okay, so this is the start of your part 3. Your first question is, what are the main environmental problems in your country?
Sorry, sir. Can you please repeat your question?
Yeah, it is. What are the main environmental problems in your country?
Hello,
You
sir.
can't
Can
hear
you?
me? Is anyone else also have the problem? I don't know. Anyway, so can you hear me now, sir?
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can anybody else confirm? Can they hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Munib, I think it's the problem is at your end. Everyone else can hear me. Okay, no issue. Meanwhile, you are, can you
Okay,
hear me
sir.
now,
I
sir?
can hear you now.
Okay,
Yeah, yes, sir. I can hear you now.
so so my question is, what are the main environmental problems in your country?
In my opinion, Pakistan is currently facing many environmental issues. For example, like we are in almost in the winters, so the very basic environmental issue we face in winters is the smog issue. According to me, our government is making many policies and trying very hard to cover the environmental issues, but still Pakistan is suffering from a number of issues like pollution, smog, noise pollution, and very much several types of pollutions that Pakistan is currently serving. But our government is working to eradicate that and also making policies for the people to follow.
Okay, so why should people be concerned about the environment?
So environment is everyone's surrounding, so everyone should be concerned about that, because whatever is in their surroundings will now and then come back to them. For example, if we talk about our house where we live, so we should be concerned about the environment, because if our surroundings are not like, for example, if they are not like clean, if our surroundings are not cleaned properly, we will get stuck in many diseases. We can be suffer from health diseases because our environment is not clean. So in my perspective, people should be concerned about their environment, whether it is related to their daily lives or it is related to others, so they should be
Okay,
concerned about that.
okay. So how can people protect the environment?
So people can protect the environment in a number of ways. For example, people should use the people should try to use the public transport instead of using their own transport, because government is using the environmental friendly transport these days to control the environment. And also people can make the environment clean by making the trees, by growing the trees in their nearby surroundings and also in their houses, and be concerned about that. So in this way people can take their role in making the environment clean.
So, do you think more should be done to protect natural beauty spots in your country?
Yes, I think we need to protect our natural sports, because they add, first of all, they add beauty to our surroundings. Secondly, they are a very good source of entertainment as well. Many people go to these sports to fresh themselves. Many children go to these sports to play. So we do need to protect these areas from pollution, and make these areas available for everyone, so everyone can go there and breathe in a fine air.
So that's the end of your part three. You did well, sir. You
Thank
addressed
you.
all the questions, and you also gave examples. You elaborated your answers. You supported them, and you supported all of your statements. So it was a good. Okay, thank you, sir. Okay, so we had Sir Khwaja Asfar. Sir, are you willing to give your part three mark?
Yes, I am willing to give.
Okay. So your topic is punctuality. This is the start of your part three. So my question is punctuality important in your country?
In my country, punctuality is important. In fact, punctuality is important in everywhere, but people in my country, people don't follow punctuality.
Okay, is that it?
Yes.
Okay, you have to try to answer in 4 to 5 sentences. Try to speak for 30 to 50 seconds.
Okay.
So your next question, would you like to try it again or would you go further?
Yes, I would
So,
like to try it again.
so is punctuality important in your country?
Punctuality is important in my country. In fact, it's important in everywhere, but in my country, people don't follow punctuality. They are not regular in some way. For example, if they get a time to be, for example, if they get a time of 10 o'clock to be somewhere, they come around 10:30 or 11 o'clock. That is not good. They should be punctual and follow all the timing correctly.
That's a good response. So my next question is, do you think being on time is more important now than in the past?
Being on time is important now, and in the past. It's important everywhere because it shows that you are a punctual person. It enhance your personality in front of someone else. As you also know, first impression is last impression. If someone tell you to be at the certain time, you should be on that certain time. It will enhance your personality and make positive point for you in others' mind.
Okay, so how do people make sure that they are on time for an appointment?
F- Beyond time or a certain place, they should get out of for example of their house early. They should set a margin of around 15 to 20 minutes. They should keep in the mind that delays of the traffic and every problem they could be ran into. They should be before reached a place before a time.
Okay, so do people in your country usually wear a watch?
No, in my country, people don't usually wear what they rather ask time from someone else, or they use their mobile phone to see the time. And nowadays, everyone is carrying a mobile phone.
So is it easy to control one's time?
Sorry, what?
Is it easy to control one's time? Can you
Uh,
control your time easily?
if we can manage and schedule ahead of anything, that we can plan before one night or two night, that I am going to certain place and this is the time I have been given and I should be on that time, I should make a margin, I should be there early. This is the thing that how we can control it. We can try.
So this is the end of your part 3. In the last 2 questions, you talk for only for 19 seconds. Yeah. So try to increase your speaking time, and it could be done only that test.
Sure.
So
Thank you.
if anything doesn't come into your mind, just try to explain that. Just try to supplicate it with different examples or explaining the situation. So that is how you can speak out.
Thank you for the feedback.
Thank you. Okay, so do we have anyone else who would like to give their exam here, the mock? Yeah.
Yes, sir. I want from a Muntaha Sheikh. Kindly unmute yourself and participate because I noticed you didn't participate from the past 3 days in the speaking module. Although you actively participate in listening, reading, and writing module, and if I am not wrong, you are not. Yes, so kindly unmute yourself and participate here too, just boost your confidence.
Ma'am, I am too confused because the first day when I talked in English, I had many mistakes, and that's why I'm not speaking for the 2 days.
Oh no no, Ma'am Muntaha. Actually, we also say Ibad, and I also discussed the same thing. Like I we found if we found mistakes, then it's better for you. Like if I don't elaborate your mistakes, and if I don't want from someone else to elaborate my mistakes, then how I improve myself?
I'm so
This is
grateful.
the Yes, this is the level to boost your confidence by
I,
finding mistakes.
Ma'am, I am so grateful that you both have elaborated and identified my mistakes. But uh, whenever I want to speak in English, I just get into my shell and don't get ideas to speak. That's why I'm not participating.
You are, I think so. You are a deep thinker, and you
Over,
think
yes,
deeply. Yes. So
bec-
that's why I try to come over from on these things because you are really good speaker. If you don't have confidence, then you don't attend this class too, but you are here, and you are here only because for your exam you pass this exam, and inshallah ta'ala you will pass this exam because you are capable of this. So this is
inshallah.
only
Okay.
your thinking.
Yeah,
Okay,
ma'am,
so
don't worry about that. Yeah, actually, I was practice speaking with a guy from Bangladesh on Discord. There's a channel on Discord where you can practice. I also mentioned that. So the platform which I could do, the pattern which I could do has given is it's so marvelous that you can have feedback on your experience. That guy was saying that although he was practicing for more than 1 month, but he couldn't find a person who can give feedback to his speech. He's like, which are the areas he should improve, or what are the lackings which one should work on. So it's a good thing. So don't worry about that. We are not going to give you feedback today. Just try to participate. Okay. So Namutha, kindly unmute yourself so that we can start our part 3.
All right, I am ready.
So, do you think it's important for friends to spend time together?
In my opinion, being a very extrovert person, I believe that having gatherings with friends and meetups, like in a week or twice a week, or twice a month can be good for the mental health of people. And I believe that when I was in my university, I had more meetups with my friends. Like we um used to sit for hours after our class. So we get to know each other, we get to know our problems, and that's how we cope up with our issues. And I believe that is good for mental and physical health as well of a
Okay.
person.
Okay. So, what kind of things do friends in your country like to do together?
In my country, there are different ways of meetups and gatherings of friends. And there is a new trend in our country, especially in the big cities like Karachi, Lahore, and Islamabad, of cafe. We are seeing the culture of cafes and cafe meetups. Friends get together after their classes, after coaching, or any kind of work. They get together in cafes and have a shot of coffee or any favorite snacks with them, and they talk about anything they want to. So I believe that mostly people in my country utilize public spaces, restaurants, and cafes to get together with friends.
Okay. Okay. So, do you think families also spend enough time together these days?
In my opinion, families are much away. Family members are much away with each other, because when it comes to the it's come to giving time to the family members, everyone gets involved in their own um mobile phones, tablets, or social networks. So they are not that much connected, because they are physically in a room, but they are not talking to each other, or they are not emotionally interacting with each other. So I believe they are not comfortable enough to spend time with each other.
So, how has socializing changed over the last few decades?
Can you please repeat the question?
Yeah, it is. How has socializing changed over the last few decades?
Um, yes, it has been a very prominent change in the socialization because of social networks, because of the spread of social media platforms, and different kind of different kind of softwares and applications. So people are more into the online spaces, and they prefer to network, to get connected with people through online setups rather than meeting in the physical situations and circumstances. So I believe that it has been incredibly um, changed by the decade.
So this is the end of your part three speaking. And Muntaha, you did well. And although you were afraid, but your responses were great. And I'm saying this genuinely. So keep working.
And
Keep practicing.
I want I want your suggestions and memories suggestions. I don't want like uh, you guys should make myself more improved. And I don't want कि आप लोग ना बोलें. मैं चाहती हूँ कि आप लोग मुझे suggest करें चीज़.
Okay, that's good. So you did well. In this, I didn't find any mistake in your speech. So you did well. And your idea generation is good. The way you elaborated your statements, the way you supplicated it with examples, with different observations. So it was all wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so do we have anyone else? Yeah. Let's see, Sir Basit Ali. Sir Basit Ali, would you like to participate?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's great, sir.
Hi, sir.
Yeah. Okay, sir. This is the start of your part 3. So my question is, how do most people travel around cities in your country?
Sorry, sir. Can you repeat the question?
Sure. How do most people travel around cities in your country?
People travel in my country. A question like this.
Yeah, how they travel around to different cities in your country?
Because of my beauty of my country, because Allah Almighty give more beautiful place. Therefore, people uh, visit in my different countries, my different cities of my country.
How they do this? My question is actually how they travel.
Can you repeat?
Okay. Can you hear me clearly?
Yeah, I heard you.
Okay. We should move to the next question. Don't know what you. So my question is, how do most people travel around in your country? How do most people travel around?
Oh, कैसे?
Yes, yes. How?
They travel in buses and vehicles, mostly. But my experience is I'm a rider, bike rider. So most of people comes in with a bike.
Yes, sir. Continue. You are in the right direction. Sir Basit, try to answer your question in at least 3 to 5 sentences so that you may gain the required time.
Okay,
Is
I
it
will
so?
try. Am I in the right direction?
Yeah, sir, no answer is wrong. In this section, no answer is wrong. Just try to directly answer like how, like you can say like with the lorries, with buses, with trains, airplanes, or any mode of transport you can. And then you can discuss that mode of transport, its cons and pros, and you can elaborate it further.
Yeah.
Are you getting ready?
There are many pros and cons of I um, tell I focus on a bike rider because I'm a bike rider. There are many cons as pros. Cons are we are there are many cases of accidents due to uh, unfamiliar due to unknown of traffic rules. If we follow the rules, if we wear helmets properly and we try to in a
Okay, no worries, sir. My next question is, what do you think about transport in your country?
transportation system.
Yes, sir. What do you think about the transport in your country? What are your opinions about that?
Mostly good, but there are many issues have, but like old vehicles, mostly we run in our roads, in our markets, and we can't develop new vehicles for peoples. So I think I will give 30 to I think I will give 45% for the transportation system.
Okay. So how do you think it can be improved?
Mm, it can be improved with collaborate of peoples and governments, because if we take care our vehicles and we don't we follow the proper rule and regulations which are give the government for us, like they give us proper buses, and government should take care vehicles and give introduce new vehicles, and the owner of the vehicles care their vehicles and properly facilitate the facilities for the customers. Then we can improve the this system.
That's a good response, sir. So, do you think trains are better than buses?
Yeah, but there are not available in more cities, yeah, more places in the train. Therefore, because we have, if we going to nearest to I think around our city, then we don't choose train to travel, because we easily move with the bus, yeah, car, yeah, any bike. So if we have a long distance, then I prefer the train. But if we have a near distance to our goal, yeah, our origin, then I prefer yeah, any bike, yeah, car, yeah, bus.
Okay, so this is the end of your part 3.
Thank
Sir
you.
Basit, yeah, this is the time of your feedback. So
Sir,
you
am
did
I
well.
audible?
If I do well. Sir, you are. Sir, do you want to add something, sir?
Okay. First of all, Sir Basit Ali, wonderful. I would really appreciate you. So, can you please give all the answer in Urdu? Sir Basit Ali, are you there?
Ji, sir. Yes, sir.
Please try to answer all these questions in Urdu.
ठीक है सर, आप सवाल पूछते जाए। मैं पहली बार यहाँ पर आया हूँ, आज से मैंने स्टार्ट किया है iCode ग्रुप पर।
मैं आपको इसीलिए स्टार्ट में कहा, मैं आपको अप्रिशिएट कर रहा हूँ। आपको ना मैं यहाँ पे सबको एक चीज ऐड करता चलूँ। आप ना इस चीज को करें कि आप पहले एक चीज आप पिक करें कि एक क्वेश्चन है, इसको आप ट्राई करें उर्दू के अंदर आंसर करने के लिए, ठीक है, विदाउट एनी कि आप उस पर्टिकुलर थिंग के ऊपर आप चीज के ऊपर आप थिंक करें, ठीक है, आंसर करें उसको उर्दू में, ठीक है, फिर उसके बाद आप इसको ट्राई करें कि इसको इंग्लिश के अंदर आंसर करने के लिए, ठीक है। सो दिस विल लिटरली चेंज योर पर्सपेक्टिव एंड आंसर।
ओके, सो मैं अब सर से क्वेश्चन पूछ लेता हूँ उर्दू में। तो सर आप ये बताइए कि आपके मुल्क में ज्यादातर लोग मुख्तलिफ शहरों में किस तरह से ट्रैवल करते हैं?
मेरे मुल्क में ज़्यादातर बसेस के ज़रिए, क्योंकि ज़्यादातर पीपल बसेस के ज़रिए ही ट्रेवल करते हैं। या एक शहर से दूसरे शहर जाना हो, या कहीं काम पे जाना हो, तो ज़्यादातर बसेस का ही इस्तेमाल करते हैं, या रिक्शा वगैरह के भी ज़्यादातर इस्तेमाल करता है।
तो सर यहाँ पे आप ट्राई करें उर्दू और इंग्लिश को, इंग्लिश के कॉम्बिनेशन के साथ आंसर करें इसी चीज को।
ठीक है सर।
So how do most people travel in your country?
I can't hear your question. Can you repeat?
Yeah, my question is, how do most people travel around in your country?
Oh, mostly the peoples try to going one place to another with the buses, because क्योंकि बस में there are lot of seats, and they are क्योंकि बहुत से लोग वहाँ पे बैठ सकते हैं, और ज़्यादातर एक शहर से दूसरे शहर में जाने के लिए मेट्रो या बसेस, दे प्रेफर बसेस एंड मेट्रो।
सर आपने खुद नोट किया होगा ये क्या, हाउ यू इम्प्रूव in just some minutes. So just try to stick with this thing. Like try to speak up as much as you can. And if you can't think of anything in English, so think of it in Urdu and then translate it accordingly.
Okay, sir.
For some people, it is better to use the translation method if they found it difficult to think in English. So this is the thing. And try to use the resources we have shared in our spreadsheet. So there are enormous resources for you so that you can improve and try to participate as much sessions as you can. Like there are different sessions going on. A new session has started at 4 p.m. from Monday. So try to join that so you can improve. Thank you
Okay,
for
sir.
your participation.
Thank you, sir.
Sir Ibad and Sir Saifullah team. I need just 1 minute. मुझे सर की इस बात से सर सैफुल्लाह सलीम की इस बात से कि आप उर्दू में बोल के फिर देन उसे इंग्लिश मतलब उर्दू में सोचें देन उसे इंग्लिश में बोलने की कोशिश करें मेरे ख्याल से आई डोंट नो शायद मेरे साथ ये चीज़ है कि मैं बोल तो उर्दू में रही होती हूँ लेकिन वो उर्दू मेरे जहन में इंग्लिश में चल रही होती है या मेरे साथ है या किसी और के साथ भी होता है मतलब हम बोल उर्दू में रहे हैं और चल इंग्लिश में रहा है जहन में कि हाँ ये ऐसे किसी के साथ भी बात कर रहे हो तो मैं इंग्लिश में इस टेंस को इस तरह से बोल सकती हूँ तो मुझे लगता है अगर हम इस तरह से करें कि सोचें मतलब हर वक्त आपके जहन पे एक चीज़ हो ना कि भाई इंग्लिश में बोलना है तो फिर आप अपने कोलीग से बात कर रहे हो या फिर आप अपने क्लास फेलो से बात कर रहे हो किसी से भी बात कर रहे हो तो आप जब उर्दू में भी बोल रहे होते हो लेकिन आपका माइंड जो है वो इंग्लिश में ही उस चीज़ को लेके जा रहा होता है तो जब आपका माइंड इंग्लिश थिंकर बन जाता है ना इंग्लिश में सोचना शुरू कर देता है चीज़ों को तो ऑल्दो आप उर्दू यूज़ कर रहे हो तो ऑटोमेटिकली आपकी ये चीज़ आपके अंदर इन्हेंस होती है कि आप इंग्लिश में बोलना भी शुरू कर देते हो क्योंकि अगर आप सोचोगे तभी आप करोगे अगर आप 100% सोचोगे तो एटलीस्ट उसका 70 तो कर ही लोगे
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for your input. You are right, ma'am. Sir Safiyullah wants to add something. Sir.
जी मैम अरीज यू आर एब्सोल्युटली राइट तो बेसिकली इस तरह से ऐसे है ना कि लास्ट टाइम भी मैंने वेबिनार डिलीवर किया तो इट इज़ क्वाइट डिफ़िकल्ट फॉर मी कि मैं वहाँ पे मेरे लिए डिफ़िकल्ट ये हो रहा था कि मुझे उर्दू वाले वर्ड को पिक करने में डिफ़िकल्टी आ रही थी ये आपने बिल्कुल अच्छा पॉइंट यहाँ पे ऐड किया है कि जब हम चीज़ों को ना ट्राई करते हैं कि थिंक करें इनकी इंग्लिश के बारे में तो वो हम उस चीज़ से हैबिचुअल हो जाते हैं तो वहाँ पे हमें फिर ना इजी रहता है कि अच्छा एक बिगिनर जो मिस्टेक करते हैं ना जो मैंने भी मेरे साथ भी होता था कि लाइक मैं आंसर करते वक्त इस चीज़ को मेक श्योर करता हूँ कि मैं अपना जो फॉर्म ऑफ वर्ब है वो ठीक यूज़ कर रहा हूँ मैं आइदर आई एम यूजिंग करेक्ट सेंटेंस स्ट्रक्चर सो इससे क्या होता था कि ना मेरे ना काफ़ी ज़्यादा पॉजेज आ जाते थे तो प्लीज़ मेक श्योर करें आप पहले क्वेश्चन को अंडरस्टैंड करें कि व्हाट द एग्जामिनर विल आस्क यू सो उसको आप पिक करने के बाद फिर उसको आप ना कोशिश करें कि आंसर करने के लिए और अगर आपको अनफॉर्चुनेटली कि आप आंसर को अंडरस्टैंड नहीं कर पाते तो वहाँ पे आप ये चीज़ यूज़ कर सकते हैं कि कैन यू प्लीज़ रीफ्रेज योर क्वेश्चन आइदर कि आप इस चीज़ को भी आपने मेक श्योर करना है कि आप हर क्वेश्चन के ऊपर ये चीज़ को ना बार बार रिपीट करें सो एग्जामिनर बेसिकली क्या चीज़ चेक करते हैं ना जब ऑन द डे ऑफ आर एग्जाम कि वहाँ पे वो मेक श्योर कर रहे होते हैं कि फ्लुएंसी लेवल ठीक है पर्सन का किस तरह से है तो सेंटेंस स्ट्रक्चर सर मेरी आवाज़ आ रही है ना
Yes, sir.
जी जी असल में इंटरनेट का इशू है हर जगह पे तो मुझे लगा कि शायद नहीं तो ये दीज आर द थिंग्स विच एवरीबडी शुड नीड टू अडॉप्ट अर्लियर इन देयर स्पीकिंग जर्नी so yeah that's it from my side thank you so much sir Ibad and ma'am Areej and all the participants who actively join our session wonderful it was an amazing journey with you all thank you so much
Thank you so much, sir, for adding such great insights. There is a question from Navneet. So, ma'am, yes,
Hello, sir.
yes.
Actually, I wanted to ask one question about vocabulary. The thing is that I have never faced any problem regarding vocabulary, but the thing is that I know the word that, I know that what context the word can be used in a sentence, but I have noticed that I do not know the exact meaning of the word. If someone asked me the exact meaning, I would be blank, but I know where to use it. In the sentence context, I know how to use it, but exact meaning, I do struggle with it a lot. So if you have any advice or any suggestion, how do I, improve this thing?
And then actually the thing is, this is the problem with majority of those English speakers encounter. So the same, I also encounter the same issue. So the thing is, specifically if we are talking about the IELTS exam, there is no need of that. Like, no one is going there is no question of synonyms over there. So you don't have to pick that. So it is not required that you know the exact meaning of the word. Although for general English, for improvement of your English, you can do so. You can remember those meanings, but it is not required. And one thing I would like to mention here, and I will also share a link of a PDF document, that is the academic word list. If you know those 570 words, it means that you are sufficient in vocabulary for academic. I think. So try to go through that list, and you can also make your quizzes from the GPT, so you can practice that. And it's okay if you don't know the exact. The short answer is
Yeah, I don't want to use incorrect vocabulary, as every teacher suggests that you do not have to use extra fancy words or hard vocabulary, but keep your answer precise or simple. So I don't want to use any word that is not appropriate in my answer. That's why I wanted to improve this thing.
Yeah, that's a good approach. So I think that there won't be any need of that. You should know everywhere. But if you want to learn some of the answers or some of the synonyms, you wanted to know the meaning of some specific words, so you can learn that. Yes, sir, Monique, would you like to add something?
सर आई वांटेड टू आस्क कि अगर हम पॉजेज या स्लो पेस में बोलते हैं, फॉर एग्जांपल एक तो होता है ना फ्लुएंटली बोलना, फॉर एग्जांपल मैं ऐसे बोलूं, अकॉर्डिंग टू मी देयर हैव बीन वेरी मच लेस अपॉर्चुनिटीज। एक तो ये फास्ट पेस में हम बोल रहे हैं, ठीक है, दो दूसरा है हम जैसे इस तरह बोलें। इन माय ओपिनियन आई जनरली डू नॉट फील वो बेसिकली बिकॉज हम आइडियाज को मैप कर रहे होते हैं तो पेस उसी तरह स्लो हो जाती है। तो इस स्पेस में अगर हम बोलें तो उसके फ्लुएंसी के हमारे मार्क्स कटेंगे कि क्या उसका होगा? बिकॉज ऐसे फास्ट पेस में बोलना और सोचना भी तो उस तरह तो बड़ा मुश्किल हो जाता है। तो अगर हम इस तरह स्लो पेस में बोलें सोच सोच के, तो विल इट हैव नेगेटिव इम्पैक्ट?
Okay, so this was the problem I was facing when I was practicing for speaking first with one of a great mentor here at iCodeGuru-IELTS. So the thing is, I also asked the same question from her. So what she answered that? She answered that if you maintain you at that pace all along your test, if you maintain that slow pace, then it would be perfectly fine. And it is okay that if you speak in a slower pace as I am speaking. Although in my regular routine, when I speak in my native language, I speak a bit faster. Like people have to, like observe this. So it's okay if you speak in a slower pace, but try to maintain that. You get it?
All right, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so we are over our time here. So thank you everyone for your participation. And from tomorrow, we will start our full mock exam. So be prepared. And from tomorrow, we will not ask to raise your hands, and I will pick randomly anyone. So be prepared and actively participate. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.